Millennials and Gen Z wondering why politicians don't represent young people while being like this when it's time to register to vote. Oh no, I'm not brave enough for politics. I once matched with a guy, and when I messaged him he said bye. So I asked him why he matched with me, and he said to remind single mothers like you to lower your standards. Like, sir, how uncalled for. Oh my god. When the boomer salesperson at the mattress store tells you, a renting millennial, about the house he and his wife own. On what planet? I'm a millennial, and if I thought any of my friends had this much cash saved, I would rob them myself. 1 in 6 millennials have $100,000 saved. Here's how much you should have at every age. I don't know what millennial needs to hear this, but throw away the box your phone came in. You don't need it. You will never need it. I regret to inform you that my brain will think it's the year 2000 until the day I die, when is 30 years ago. 1970. How long ago were the 90s? 10 years ago. Thank you for your understanding in this matter. Plastic crock pot liners are millennials' lead paint. Me full of microplastics. My dad full of asbestos. My grandfather full of lead. Not letting their child starve to doubt. Boomers. Is this good parenting? Millennials, I don't understand Gen Z aesthetics. Millennials in 2006. Gen Z entering the workforce while the economy is heading into a recession. Millennials. First time. Millennials at the start of the century. Also them 20 years. 3 once in a lifetime economic crisis and 2 pandemics later, reading about some monkeypox disease spreading now while World War III is brewing. Finnish millennials on a self-organized nature survival camp. Painted on location. 2020. Accurate representation of every millennial and Gen Z. Why is being alive so expensive? I'm not even having a good time. Crown virus. Millennials embracing dealt. Boomers dying from crown virus. Millennials surviving. Dude, I've never made it to this level before. I have no idea what to do. Go outside and play. Boomers. Millennials when they think about Gen Z. BB. Why is millennial humor so weird? Comedy that appeals to young people can be surreal and dark, and completely meaningless. 1 minus 1 equals 0. I use the 1 to destroy the 1. In 2019, there will be flying cars and an advanced society. 2019. 27-year-old man wants to sue his parents for giving birth to him without his consent. Happy 10th birthday, son. Here's a rat. Now go into the woods and fight some strangers. And don't come back until you've explored the whole continent. Slap. This is basically the plot of Pokemon. Yo dude, you ready to G? You left my weights out. Yes, so? Where's the catnip, Butch? Oh no, I overslept. Shut. I'm feeling kinda good today. Sorry I'm late. Millennials looking for a house in the city be like, oh wow, windows. I don't think I can afford this place. Teacher, what's so funny? Me, Dwayne the Doc Johnson. My coworker is getting married. She said that she didn't realize how expensive changing her last name is. Her and her husband decided if they are going to spend money to have last names changed, they will choose something they both want. Their new last name will be Nighthawk. Life bad, dying good. Millennials. Millennials, I want to die. Me, just kill yourself. My goodness, what an idea, why didn't I think of that? I'm once again asking, what can be said about millennials that hasn't already been said about toxic waste? Never has a generation so diligently documented themselves accomplishing so little. Luke Bryan and Brad Paisley, you can buy dirt. Boomers. Millennials. The latest in tiny homes for millennials. Never too small. Zombie apocalypse. As portrayed. In reality. Boomer humor. I hate my wife. Gen Z humor. I hate my life. Millennia. Humor. Cornflake. Gen Z. Boomers. Millennials. Gen X. Millennial. Gen Z. Gen X. What about my side part? I promise you there are only a million things wrong with this car. I'll take it then. Boomer humor, I hate my wife. Millennial humor, I hate my life. Gen Alpha humor, mute button. Food lines and hardship under socialism. Western millennials, wealth and prosperity under capitalism. How many millennials does it take to change a light bulb? None. The light bulb now identifies as a flower vase, and you are being charged with a hate chime. I just found out that millennials can be called echo boomers. Okay, echo boomer. Silence millennial. I'm too busy watching Shrek 2 on Hulu on April 1st 2021 at 4 o'clock in the morning. Millennials are just boomers with different dogs. Change my mind. Man, woman, guy, straight, bulk, right, young, old, rich, poor, ugly, millennials. I took the Tide Pod challenge, but I did it the right way. Now, my clothes are fresh as daisies. I win. Believe it or not, the millennial generation is the future Western world. So treat them with respect, yeah? Millennials, as an open-minded and embracing cisgender heterosexual male, everyone else, nonsense. What if you, millennials, neither asked you to provide participation trophies, nor originated the idea of safe spaces? How millennials think. All of my previous bosses had the same irritating trait. They wanted me to show up on time every day and put in a full day's work. Who can work under such conditions? Brace yourselves, millennials, because your mama is the only other person who would. Boomers say millennials are addicted to smartphones, watches TV every spare moment for 50 years, ignores entire family. Walk into a pub, can't immediately see friends. Take jacket off cautiously, look extremely constipated. Thanks for a life of crushing debt. Millennials strike back. Stupid millennial losers. I'm not like you at all. I'm sorry for being a geek. You can do it. When you're just an old street performer trying to earn a living, and a random millennial shows up and does your job at no pay for fun. Joker. Millennial taxi driver. Tide Pods. Igenas. Millennials. Millennials. Gen Z. Hey Jude. What's going on? Teenage Rebellion. Millennials. Duck yeah, stick it to the old people. Millennials who say shut like wholesome heckin' chunker. Learning slurs and finding gore videos on 4chan in 2006. Millennials, the 90s were a golden age for morning cartoons. Morning cartoons in the 90s. Dust for Prince. I found Prince. No. Linger Prince. I don't think so. Millennials eating Tide Pods. Boomers overdosing on horse dogs. Millennials and Gen Z's waiting patiently. April 20th 2069. Millennials, I hate my life, I want to die. US Army. Okay, here's World War III. Millennials. Well, now I'm not doing it. Millennials after coming out the womb. Millennials finding out that the crown virus is only killing boomers. It isn't fair. Millennials when a minor inconvenience happens in life. The escape plan. Millennials. Gen Z. Gen Alpha consisting of Elsa Gate kids and Skibidi toilet kids. Nobody. Millennials in 50 years. Boomers. Millennials are addicted to their phones. Also boomers. All millennials or Gen Z. Drafted millennials when the officer tells them that there's no auto aim and they can't respawn. Something ain't right. Millennials be like, terrible service. 5 stars and 20% tip so the sage jot can pay their bills. No one. Millennials in boomer comics. Zoomers or millennials want health insurance and to not be in crushing debt and to not die in a hurricane. Boomers, I diagnose you with communism. Unlike you millennials, I can write in cursive. Whoa, this is worthless. Boomers. Goddamn millennials and their participation trophies. They even want one if they lose. Also boomers. Vietnam veteran. Cold War veteran. Huge massacre of millennials trying to raid a military base in the middle of the desert. Creating a manga where people run fast. Boomers. Raising millennials. Why are millennials like this? Literally anything happens. Millennials. Men after seeing their wives neek. Millennials after seeing their girlfriend in bikini. Mile only beer ace after a girl smiles at me. Monkey syndrome. Symptoms: monkey. Boomers. Millennials. Gen Z. A guy gets massacred in his apartment. Millennials realizing the property value of the apartment will drop. News: the world is going to end. Millennials or Gen Z? Millennials every day. I want to die. Millennials when a virus hits. Millennials are killing the doorbell industry by texting here. Gen Z, the English language needs more gender neutral pronouns. Millennials: I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, we are all dudes, hey. Houses boomers could afford with a full-time job. Apartments millennials can afford with 2 jobs. Boomers: I hate my wife. Gen X: my wife took my kids. Millennials: my wife left me for a woman. Gen Z: you guys are getting wives. Boomers: how could you sexualize the word step? Millennials: shut the duck up, you sexualize the word baby. When you're a alien eating in your cell on a Friday and a bunch of millennials starts unzipping their pants. Crown virus only kills 0.2% of people under 40. Depress millennials, so you're telling me there's a chance? 109-year-old woman said secret to long life is wanting to die. Why won't he just take me? Millennials: good news. We are not dying. We are going to live forever. Young read more books than older generation. Research finds. Study of American millennials finds 88% of the under 30s read at least 1 book a year.